Healing potions, for real. So, I haven't uploaded in a while, and that's mostly been because of some struggles with my health. And I kind of wanted to wait until I was, at peak performance again before I start producing more videos. So rather than upload another awesome workout music compilation video or a shameful clickbait video, I thought, no, this is a great time to do my video on healing potions, because why not do it while I'm coughing my guts up, right? In the absence of magical instantaneous healing effects, which I do not possess, the natural process of healing wounds is this. First, there is the hemostasis phase, which is about stopping the bleeding through blood clotting. Then there is the defensive or inflammatory phase, which is about destroying the bacteria, clearing out debris, that kind of thing. Then the proliferative phase, which is about filling and covering the wound. And then the maturation phase, which is the strength and flexibility of the new tissues. So with that natural process in mind, I'm going to describe 3 types of healing potions that we can take with us on our adventures. Healing buffs, healing effects, and metaphysical healing. Healing buff potions. Now these are concoctions that we can mix or brew as a prophylaxis to preventing or reducing the severity of potential injuries, illnesses, diseases, etc. And I'm not just talking about obvious wounds like cuts, contusions, rashes, stings, that kind of thing. I'm also referring to wounds we can sustain internally. Such as toxins, bad bacteria, chemicals, poisons within our food or within our environment, communicable diseases, colds and flus, that kind of thing. Of course, by far the best things we can do to buff our natural healing process is to incorporate things like exercise, diet, sleep, sunlight, those kind of things into our lifestyles. But because we can't put those in potion bottles, I'm going to very quickly move on from those and get to the juicy ingredients. I think I can safely say most of us have had the importance of vitamins and minerals drilled into our minds from a very young age, whether from school or from our parents, from our doctors, from TV commercials, etc. So rather than just give you the same information and risk having it fall on deaf ears, I'm going to go through each vitamin individually and give a very, very brief description of how it applies to wound healing. Vitamin A. It's not just good for your vision. It's also an essential component of cell growth and cell division. In other words, growing new tissues. Vitamin B. A group of vitamins that are largely responsible for breaking down and releasing energy from carbohydrates, fats and proteins, but also the transportation of said energy and oxygen throughout the body. Vitamin C is a potent antioxidant essential for the protection of cells against free radicals. Now, free radicals, these little bastards are produced basically whenever your body breaks down something, including a lot of your foods, but also environmental hazards such as toxins, chemicals, pesticides, and especially smoke and tobacco smoke. Anything you can do to prevent free radicals from attacking your body is going to help speed up the healing process. Vitamin D. It not only helps the body absorb things like calcium and phosphorus, but it also helps reduce cancer cell growth and helps your body fight off infections and inflammation. Vitamin E, another antioxidant. It basically helps just about everything, but it's especially helpful for skin and eyes and helpful towards fighting off infections. Vitamin K. This is a good one. It helps in blood clotting and also the repair and growth of bone. It's also very good for heart health, so that's definitely one to add to your healing potions. Minerals. Now I'll keep this one short and sweet. Just as you can't build a new house without all the building blocks, so too your body cannot build new cells without all the right building blocks either. This is where minerals come into play, and you're going to need lots of all of them, especially sodium, chloride, zinc, magnesium, potassium, phosphorus, manganese, copper, iodine, etc. Among these minerals are electrolytes, which are salts that essentially carry an electrical charge throughout your body. And they have a variety of functions, including muscular contraction and even hydration. In fact, when you sweat, you lose a lot of these electrolytes, especially like zinc, magnesium, sodium, that kind of thing. And it's very important that you replenish these salts in your diet or in the form of an electrolyte drink. So with all that said, what can we blend together to create a really effective healing buff potion? Well, it's very simple. Fruit and vegetable juices. It would also be good to add something like a broth brewed from bones or organ meat such as livers, because that will be the highest concentration of vitamins A and B in particular. So mix those together and enjoy your mix of flavors. Be creative with it. See how you go. Okay, that was all a bigger mouthful than I initially intended. So now we move on to healing effects potions. And I guess you could also include things like topical ointments and balms into this category as well. Now, one kind of healing effects potion that we could brew would be one for anti-inflammatory, antifungal, and antimicrobial effects. So here's a short list of ingredients that you can boil together to create a kind of balm, ointment, or tincture that you can apply topically or even ingest to assist with a variety of ailments. Though please consult professional medical advice before treating any such ailment, because I'm not a doctor. Garlic, ginseng, ginger, turmeric, oregano, rosemary, honey, coconut oil, silver ions, iodine, various peppers, and, well, I guess you could insert most herbs and spices into the mix as well. I'll also add that some of these ingredients infuse better in alcohol, so it might be worthwhile steeping them in a very good quality vodka or brandy. And if you don't want to use alcohol, you could use something like glycerine or even vinegars such as apple cider vinegar. But by far, my favorite kind of healing potion is a good old-fashioned protein shake. Now, all of the tissues in your body are made up of proteins. So for the optimal repair and growth of these tissues, you need to ingest all of the essential amino acids, proteins, in your diet. And a great way to supplement these amino acids is in the form of protein shakes. And because protein shakes are for the repair of tissue, muscle, you could say that a protein shake is effectively a healing potion. Now, of course, these healing effect potions don't have an immediate effect, but I think we can safely assume that that argument is pretty pointless. So we're going to move on now to metaphysical healing. Metaphysics, also known as faith, spirituality, and the placebo effect. Look, I'm not shy about admitting that I have metaphysical beliefs, or what some might describe as spiritual. But don't get me wrong, I do prefer the scientific method and the intelligence analysis process. However, I have had numerous first-hand experiences in my life that would have me question conventional reality. So what I'll do is I'll start with the placebo effect. Now, the placebo effect is a very interesting phenomenon because ever since modern day medical studies have taken place, the placebo effect has been observed, where people on the placebo have actually cured the associated ailments or diseases, including terminal illnesses such as cancer. In fact, many modern day medicines were only marginally more effective than placebos, just enough so that they could be marketed as effective. As a matter of fact, I could do with a placebo effect now. Now, I don't say that to disparage or diminish modern day medicine. I'm only bringing it up to bring attention to the remarkable potential of the placebo effect. Because if you can convince yourself beyond any shadow of a doubt, beyond any question, that a potion you have invented is going to cure you of a particular ailment, there's a slight chance you may actually succeed. Now, it's probably not going to be true for anyone else, so best keep it to yourself. In any case, let's move on. Faith and spirituality. So this is where things can get really interesting, because firstly, among certain religious groups, there have been examples of people experiencing so-called miracles following intense group prayer. Now, whether or not this is chalked up to prayer or coincidence or sheer dumb luck, the point is, to those people in those religious groups, to them that was a miracle. And if that's what they want to believe, then they have every right to believe that. So if you want to incorporate holy water or some kind of religious relic into your potion brewing, then by all means, fill your boots. Not literally. You can if you want. If you want to have a shoey, then you have the spiritual types that don't conform to a particular religious dogma or doctrine. Light workers, I guess a lot of them call themselves. And in this case, they claim that they can heal people energetically, sometimes through touch, sometimes even remotely on the other side of the world. The fact is, some people believe it. And, of course, I wholeheartedly encourage people to incorporate that into their potion brewing, because I think it's a very creative thing to do. It's very uplifting, and I think we need more of that in the world at the moment. So, in my personal opinion, I don't think we should demean or disparage anyone who has a particularly strong religious or spiritual belief in a form of healing. Because whether we agree to it or not, for them, in their reality, it's very real. And at the absolute minimum, they have the placebo effect to fall back on. So with that, I'm gonna, yeah. Bye-bye. See you in the next video.